Hi friends, now I will start orthogonal property of Bessel's function. Statement: if alpha and beta are the two distinct roots of Jn of x is equal to 0, then integration is from 0 to 1 x into Jn of alpha x into Jn of beta x into dx is equals to 0 if alpha is not equals to beta. Means alpha and beta are two distinct roots. If alpha and beta are same, means alpha is equals to beta, then one more result 1 by 2 jn dash of alpha whole square is equals to half of jn plus 1 of alpha whole square. We know that jn of lambda x is the solution of the equation Bessel's differential equation x square into d square y divided by dx square plus x into dy by dx plus lambda square into x square minus n square into y is equal to 0. If u is equal to jn of alpha x, consider and v is the jn of beta x. The associated differential equations are, in first case or in a first take y is equal to u, we get one equation. Second one, take y is equal to v, we get another equation. First y is equal to u, then above equation becomes x square into u double dash, means y is equal to u means d square u divided by dx square becomes u double dash plus x into u dash plus alpha square, lambda is take it as alpha square into x square minus n square into u is equal to 0, call it as equation 1. If y is equal to v, then x square into v double dash plus x into v dash plus beta square into x square minus n square into y is equal to v, which is equal to 0. Call it as equation 2. Multiplying equation 1 by v divided by x, throughout the equation multiply v divided by x, we get another equation. In the second equation multiply throughout by u divided by x, we get one more equation. So first term x square into u double dash is multiply with the v divided by x, means x get cancels. Remaining term is x into v u double dash plus v into u dash plus alpha square u v into x minus, let's remove bracket, n square into u v divided by x is equal to 0. In equation 2 multiply u divided by x, we get x into u v double dash plus u into v dash plus beta square into u into v into x minus n square uv divided by x is equal to 0. On subtracting, we obtain, subtract about 2, we get this first term subtraction, x is common, take it out, remaining term is v into u double dash minus u into v double dash. In second term there is no common term, so write as it is, v dash into u, u dash into v minus u into v dash plus, in third term u v x is common, so take it out, alpha square minus beta square. In the first equation minus is there, in the second equation minus of minus becomes plus here. We get one term is negative, one term is positive, so this value becomes 0, so which is RHS value is 0. Then that is this term, the first two terms is becomes the value d divided by dx, means derivative of x into v u dash minus u into v dash, which is equal to, take third term to RHS side, we get beta square minus alpha square into x into u into v. Let's differentiate this term with respect to x, we get these two terms, and eliminate d by dx, means multiply or integrate both side with respect to x between the limits 0 and 1, get cancels. Remaining term is x into v u dash minus u into v dash, x starts from 0 to 1, which is equals to beta square minus alpha square, Yes, integration x starts from 0 to 1 because integrate both sides with respect to x between the limits 0 and 1. So take integrating x uv into dx. Then substitute the upper limit. X is 1, so v into u dash minus u into v dash at x is equal to 1. Second term, if x is 0, 0 into any term becomes 0. So second term becomes 0, which is equal to, keep RHS value as it is, call it as equation 3. Yes, we have already the value of u and v. U is the Jn of alpha x and v is the Jn of beta x. Differentiate u and v with respect to x, we get u dash is equal to alpha is constant value, keep outside, so alpha into Jn dash of alpha x and v dash is equal to beta into Jn dash of beta x. Then equation 3 becomes, means in the equation 3 substitute these 4 values, we get first term v is nothing but Jn of beta x, so Jn of beta x, u dash is the alpha into Jn dash of alpha x, minus term is there, keep as it is, u is the Jn of alpha x value, v dash is the beta of Jn dash of beta x at x is equal to 1, this term is 0, which is equal to beta square into alpha square. Here also integration same, 0 to 1, x is keep as it is, we know the value of u and v, substitute these two values into dx. Hence this value write first. So 0 to 1, x into Jn of alpha x into Jn of beta x into dx is equal to, take this value to this side, we get 1 divided by beta square minus alpha square. Take this term as it is. Alpha is constant value, so write first alpha into Jn of beta. As Jn of beta x can be written as Jn of beta into Jn dash of alpha minus beta is common, so take it out. So sorry, beta is constant term, so write first Jn of alpha into Jn dash of beta, call it as equation 4. Yes, since we have already know the alpha and beta are distinct roots of Jn of alpha x is equal to 0, then we have Jn of alpha is equal to 0 and Jn of beta is equal to 0. If alpha and beta are distinct roots, means alpha is not equals to beta, means alpha and beta are different values, different roots. With the result, the RHS of the equation 4 becomes 0 provided if this term is 0, because by using these two conditions, Jn of alpha is 0, Jn of alpha is 0 means in second term 0, Jn of beta is 0, second term, first term also 0, 0 minus 0, so whole term becomes 0, but condition beta square minus alpha square, which is not equals to 0 because beta is not equals to alpha, means beta is different from alpha. Beta is not equals to alpha, means beta and alpha are distinct roots. So integration is from 0 to 1, x into Jn of alpha x into Jn of beta x into dx. From equation 4, RHS value becomes 0, so which is 0 if alpha is not equals to beta, hence it is true. Next, series solution of Legendre's differential equation. One more standard theorem, series solution of Legendre's differential equation. We have the Legendre's differential equation 1 minus x square into d square y divided by dx square minus 2x into dy by dx plus n into n plus 1 into y is equal to 0, call it as equation 1. It is the general form of Legendre differential equation. The coefficient of y double dash is nothing but d square y divided by dx square. Coefficient of this term means 1 minus x square, which is equal to p naught of x value, because it is p naught of x, it is p1 of x and it is the p2 of x. So p naught of x which is not equals to 0, at x is equal to 0. It is the condition for the power series method. To solve this equation, we employ the power series method to solve this. If it is not equal to 0 at x is equal to 0 means x is 0, then p naught of x which is not equal to 0 because 1 is there. If x is 0, p naught of x is not equal to 0. We assume the series solution of equation 1 in the form y is equal to summation starts from r is equal to 0 to infinity ar into x to the power r, call it as equation 2. By the power series method, already you know that, differentiate equation 2 with respect to x. We get dy by dx which is equal to summation, it starts from 0 to infinity, ar is a constant value, keep as it is, x to the power n form, differentiation of x to the power n is n into x to the power n minus 1, so it is r into x to the power r minus 1. Differentiate dy by dx with respect to x, we get d square y divided by dx square which is equals to summation, it starts from 0 to infinity ar. As differentiation of this term means r into r minus 1 term into x to the power r minus 2. So equation 1 becomes, means in the equation 1 substitute the d square y by dx square as we have and the dy by dx value and the value of y. Then equation 1 becomes 1 minus x square into summation, it starts from 0 to infinity ar into r minus 1 x to the power r minus 2 minus 2x, means it is the value of dy by dx plus n into n plus 1 into y is equal to 0. So summation, it starts from 0 to infinity. Is 1 minus x square term is there, simplify, remove bracket, we get first term is summation of 1 into summation means summation, it starts from 0 to infinity ar into r minus 1 x to the power r minus 2. Second term minus of x square into this term, so here it is x square, first keep the term, summation is from 0 to infinity ar into r minus 1 x square into x to the power r minus 2, so here plus to 2 minus 2 get cancels, remaining term is x to the power r minus 2 is keep as it is, a summation of r into x to the power r minus 1, summation of ar into r keep as it is, here x to the power r minus 1, so x to the power plus 1 x to the power minus 1 get cancels, remaining term is x to the power r plus n into n plus 1 summation, third term keep as it is which is equal to 0. We equate the coefficients of various powers of x to 0, means if r is starts from 0 to infinity means r is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 so on up to infinity, means it contains infinite number of terms. We first equate the coefficient of x to the power minus 2 and x to the power minus 1. X to the power minus 2 means if r is equal to, initially if r is equal to 0, is r equal to 0, first term becomes x to the power minus 2. If r is equal to 1, is 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So the here if r is equal to 0, in the second term r is 0, x to the power 0, it value becomes, only take the coefficient of x to the power minus 2, but it is x to the power 0, it is not exist, here also it is not exist, here also in fourth term also it is not exist, because only equate the coefficient of x to the power minus 2, means only equate the first term. Second, third, fourth are not exist, it is not contains x to the power minus 2. So if r is equal to 0, then only equate the first term, means a naught, 0 into 0 minus 1 which is equal to 0, then a naught is not equals to 0. Then coefficient of x to the power minus 1, put r is equal to 1. Yes, 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Second term, r is equal to 1, but it is not in terms of x to the power minus 1. So it is not exist. Third term is also not exist, and even fourth term also not exist. Then only put r equal to 1, we get a1 1 into 1 minus 1 0, which is equal to 0. This implies a1 is not equals to 0. Now we shall equate if r is equal to 0, we got a0 is not equal to 0. If r is equal to 1, a1 is not equal to 0. Now we shall equate the coefficient of, in general, take x to the power r if r is greater than or equals to 0 to 0. Then here x to the power r means r is equals to, in the second term x to the power r is there, not necessary to convert. Third term also x to the power r, fourth term also x to the power r, but in the first term x to the power r minus 2 is there, but we want in terms of x to the power r. So replace r to r plus 2, we get plus 2 minus 2 get cancels, only it comes in x to the power r. So in first put r is equal to r plus 2. In the first term put r equal to r plus 2, we get ar plus 2 into r minus 1. Yes, r plus 2 minus 1 is r plus 1 minus, here it is in terms of x to the power r, so r into r minus 1 minus 2ar, it is already in x to the power r, here also x to the power r means, plus n into n plus 1 into ar, which is equal to 0. RHS value becomes 0. So yes, which is equal to ar plus 2 into r plus 2 r plus 1. Take these values, these three values to move towards to RHS side. We get minus becomes plus ar into r minus 1 plus minus becomes plus 2ar into r plus becomes minus n into n plus 1 into ar. So ar is common among 3. We get ar is common, so take it out. Remaining term is r into r minus 1 plus 2r minus n into n plus 1. So ar plus 2 value is equals to, is, take first term, so minus of n into n plus 1, minus into minus plus, so first term is r square, second term r square minus r into ar whole divided by, take these two terms to RHS side, so it comes in the denominator, r plus 2 into r plus 1, call it as equation 3. Yes, if r is equals to 0, yes, r starts from 0, 1, 2, 3. In equation 3 we get, if r is equal to 0, yes, we got a2 value. Already we have calculated the a0 and a1 value. a0 is not equal to 0 and a1 is also not equal to 0. If r is 0, a2 value becomes, in the equation 3 substitute r is equal to 0, we get minus n into n plus 1 whole divided by 2 into a0. If r is equals to 1, in equation 3, if r equal to 1, we get minus of n square plus n into minus 2 divided by 6 into a1, which is equal to minus of, simplify, we get minus n minus 1 into n plus 2 divided by 6 into a1. Substitute r is equal to 2, we get a4, because 2 plus 2 is 4. a4 minus of n square plus n into minus 6 whole divided by 12 into a2, which is equal to minus of n minus 2 into n plus 3 whole divided by 12 into, yes, we have the value of a2 is equal to, it is in terms of a naught, so substitute minus n into n plus 1 whole divided by a naught. Simplify we get a4 is equal to n into n plus 1 n minus 2 into n plus 3 whole divided by 24 into a naught. Similarly, if r is equal to 3, so we got a5 is equal to n minus 1 into n plus 2, n minus 3, n plus 4 divided by 120 into a1. Yes. a4, see here, a2 is a multiple of a naught and a4 is also a multiple of a naught, and a6 is also similarly a6 also multiple of a naught. a3 is a multiple of a1, a5 is also a multiple of a1, similarly a7, a9, a11 and so on are multiple of a1. Expand the equation to, yes, it is equation 2, y is equal to summation ar into x to the power r if r starts from 0 to infinity. So r is, yes, it is in terms of summation, write the series combination if r is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 so on up to infinity. If r is equal to 0, first value a naught into x to the power 0, x to the power 0 is 1, so first value is a naught. If r is equal to 1 plus a1 into x to the power 1 is x. R is equal to 2, a2 into x to the power 2, similarly call it as equation 4. Since constants a2, a4 are in terms of a naught, I already told a2, a4, a6, a8 means even numbers are a multiple of a naught and odd numbers are multiple of a1, a3, a5, a7 so on. So better you have to write separate, one term is even numbers and other term is sum of odd terms. So we get y is equal to a naught into, means equation 4 becomes a naught plus a2 into x square plus a4 into x to the power 4 plus and so on, plus a1 into x plus a3 into x cube plus a5 into x to the power 5 plus and so on, call it as equation 5. Equation 5 becomes, on substituting means for a2, a3, a5 and a5 means in the equation 5 substitute the all constant values, we get y is equal to, yes, a naught and a1 keep as it is because all are in terms of, yes, even numbers are in terms of a naught and odd numbers are multiple of a1, so a naught and a1 keep as it is. Substitute the remaining terms, remaining constant values, we get a naught plus a naught into minus n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into x square plus n into n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3 whole divided by 24 into a naught x to the power 4 and so on. This is the first part, means it is first even part, second is odd part, so a1 into x plus minus of n minus 1 into n plus 2 whole divided by 6 into a1 into x to the power 3 plus n minus 1, n plus 2, n minus 3, n plus 4 divided by 120 into a1 into x to the power 5. Means in the equation 5, substitute a2, a4 like that and a3, a5 values, we get this equation. So yes, in the first part a naught is common among all, so take it out, we get 1 minus n into n plus 1 divided by 2 into x square plus n into n plus 1 into n minus 2 into n plus 3 divided by 4 factorial. 24 is nothing but 4 factorial into x to the power 4. In the second part a1 is common because a1 is a multiple of odd numbers, so a1 is take out from that. So remaining is x minus n minus 1 into n plus 2 divided by 3 factorial because 6 is a 3 factorial into x cube plus n minus 1 into n plus 2, n minus 3 into n plus 4 divided by 120 is 5 factorial into x to the power 5 and so on. Then call it as equation 6. Let u of x and v of x are respectively represents the two finite two infinite series. Yes, it contains infinite number. Here also it contains infinite number of terms. In equation 6, so that we have y is equal to a naught into this term. This infinite series is write it as u of x, and plus a1 into this term is write it as v of x. Call it as equation 7. This series solution of Legendre's differential equation. It is the series solution of Legendre's differential equation.